Gadget Sal.
This is your pal, Gadget Sal. And of course that's not my real voice, but it is me, your pal Sal. And what we do on this channel is we rate gadgets from 0 to 10, 0 being the worst, 10 being the best, but it's only one test, that's all. So let's get this started. Alright guys, we have 4 As Seen On TV gadgets here today. I don't know if it's going to be new to you, but it is going to be new to me. And the first one here is the Egglettes, of course. What you do is you crack an egg inside of the plastic container. It hard boils the egg inside of the plastic container without having to use the actual egg shell. We're going to open this up right over here. See what it comes with. An instruction manual and 4 of these containers. These are pretty cute. This is what they look like. Wow, and they're not plastic. They're silicone. Wow, they're really soft. The top is just hard plastic, and they're screw tops. Okay, that's cool. So there's screw tops there. I don't know if you can see that. It has a small little pinhole there. Pretty sure you can hear that. That's to release the pressure. Comes with some type of instructions. It says use cooking spray or oil. We'll wash these and we'll get them set up and ready to go. We have the Egglettes already ready right over here. I did read the instruction manual and it says to coat them with oil, or we're going to use the cooking spray. Very simple. Coat them with 3 sprays, and then we have to boil them, if we want them hard boiled like most people do, 13 to 16 minutes. It's kind of cute. I mean, they stand up by themselves, you see? So it's kind of cute. This is what they look like. So you unscrew the top there when you have it open. That's what it looks like on the inside. Silicone, of course, and then this is hard plastic, and you spray them there. Uh-oh. So that's 3-4 sprays there. We're going to do 4 sprays just in case. And this is the first egg right over here. That goes right inside. Next one there. And there's still about half an inch, 3/4 of an inch of space inside of the Egglettes. I mean, these are large eggs. I don't think they're extra large. I think they're just regular large eggs. Here's the last one here. Straight in there. And this is what they're going to look like right over here, guys. So as you can see, there's still a pretty good amount of space left. And then you just cover them. And you don't want to squeeze the silicone because the silicone has a breather. And if you squeeze it, you're going to squeeze out the egg. Alright guys, here we go. The water came to a boil. We'll time it for 13 to 16 minutes. So you just drop them in there. Well, I guess you don't drop them because they're standing on their own. They're not even floating. Maybe I didn't put enough water, but I think I did. It said 3 to 4 inches of water. And these are floating here, right over there. They're floating around, as you can see. Let's try not to tilt them. I'm just going to try to leave them standing up. And we'll come back to them, and we'll see what they look like. This is what the Egglettes look like right now. We'll see what they look like in about 8 minutes. Here we go. It's been already 14 and a half minutes for the Egglettes. We're going to take them out. It says to put them in cool water. So we're going to place them right into this bowl full of cool water right over here. What I don't like is that they only give you 4. And, I mean, what if you want to do like half a dozen or a dozen boiled eggs for the week, I guess? Well, you have to buy more than just 1 pack. You have to buy 2 or 3. There, we're going to let them cool off for a minute. And then we're going to take them out of the packaging and see what it's like. Alright guys, so the Egglettes are done. I let them cool in the water for about 2 minutes. So let's check it out and let's see if they come out pretty easily. This is supposed to be hard boiled and I hope it is. So we'll open them, we'll unscrew them there. That's what it looks like from the inside. They kind of look soft boiled. They don't look hard boiled, but we'll see. I mean, they're letting go from the sides. That's pretty cool. It says just to squeeze it. And oh, I didn't even have to squeeze it. It just kind of flopped out. Your hard boiled egg, check that out. That's pretty cool. That's what it looks like from the inside. We'll just give it a small little turn there. Kind of squeeze it a little bit. Whoa, it just flops over, it flops out. So I'm hoping it's hard boiled, but I'm not really sure. We're just gonna put them there. Next one here, unscrews. Will it come out like the other ones? Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that, check that out. And the last one here, the 4th one. And yep. Alright, so let go. That's what they look like. They're kind of weird. They look kind of like spongy on the outside. I don't know if you can tell. They have this weird texture to them. In the instructions it said if they come out with a weird texture, coat the inside of the Egglet container with an even amount of oil and I guess with your finger or a towel all the way around so they don't have that weird spongy looking texture. We're going to cut into it right over here. Let's see what they look like. Are they hard boiled? Let's see. Are they? Ooh, nice. That looks great. That actually looks pretty great. I think they're essentially, for the most part, hard boiled. How does it taste? It is hard boiled, but you know how usually the hard boiled egg has a pretty hard texture? This has a like a spongy, like a cake texture to it. It's very soft, and the inside, the yolk is not too dry. It's pretty soft, and the texture is really weird. Here, I'm gonna cut into the next one so you can see what it looks like there. That's what it looks like. Just the white part there, the egg white. That's what it looks like. The egg white is not as hard as it would be in a regular hard-boiled egg. It has a softer texture to it. I like this a lot. The texture, as you can see, it feels a lot softer than a regular hard-boiled egg. Maybe if I would have boiled them for another minute, maybe it would be as hard as a regular hard-boiled egg. But there's just a softness to it. I just can't explain it. But it is good. And it doesn't stick to the sides. I like that. You see how it's all clean inside? Just coat it with oil or some type of cooking spray. This is what it's going to turn out to look like. It's really nice, easy to work. I do like the silicone part. It's going to wash very easily. Quick rinse with water and soapy sponge. 9.1. I really do like how easy it is to work these. You just crack the egg inside. No more peeling. You squeeze out the egg. The egg comes out as a whole. It's an ingenious idea. This was my first time trying this, and I would recommend this to anybody and everybody. You don't have to peel the eggshell anymore or have eggshell pieces inside of your mouth while you're chewing the egg. I like the way they're shaped. They're cute. They're really nicely shaped. They stand up on their own. Potato Express, and it's supposed to cook your potato, 4 potatoes at a time in just 4 minutes. We're gonna check this out. This is the first time I'm working it. I don't know if it's the first time you're checking it out, but it's the first time I've ever tried this out, so we'll check it out. So we're gonna open this right over here. Potato Express, and this is basically it. It does come with instructions. Right over here. Cooking time minutes for a 700 wattage microwave, which is what I have. 1 potato, 3 minutes. 4 potatoes, 8 minutes. But we're going to cook 1 potato, and let's see if it does take 3 minutes. So let's check it out. Alright, here we go, guys. So it says placing the potato inside. The potato must be damp. So we already washed it, but I'm just going to give it a little more of a rinse. And that way it's pretty damp when it goes in. And here we go. It even has the instructions right on the bag of the Potato Express. Right over here, and it gives you the times too, just in case. We wash the potato, of course, and we moisten it up a bit, and we're gonna place it right inside of the bag there. We're gonna lay it flat right in the middle, put the flap over it there. 3 minutes, and let's see what it's like. Yeah, it's kind of scary because it's fabric. Doesn't say anything else. 3 minutes, and let's just pop it in the microwave and let's check it out. We're gonna put the Potato Express right down the center, and 3 minutes, we'll check it out. What I'm noticing is that it's not turning. So since it's not turning, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open it halfway through when it's 1:30, and we're going to turn it around. And yeah, hopefully the potato's not too hot. Alright guys, here we go. We're going to stop it midway through there. You can see some steam coming off of there. Just a little bit. We're going to take that out really quick. And it feels extremely hot, and there's some steam coming out of there. And the potato feels pretty hot. Turn it around. The bottom is extremely hot. Close it again there. Pop it back in for the last minute and a half. And here we go, guys. It's almost done. And we're going to see if it cooked it or not. It was 3 minutes for the Potato Express, so let's check it out. This thing is extremely hot. There's a bunch of steam coming out of it. I'm pretty sure you could see it now. I hope it's cooked all the way. That's what it said for a 700 watt microwave right over here. It'll take 3 minutes. Well, let's check it out. I don't know, guys. I think it's still going to be raw. We're going to cut it in half here. I mean, there's steam coming out of it. It is steaming, but I can see some parts look a little bit raw. Yeah, this thing's not ready at all. I wouldn't eat this. The edges seem done, but not the center. I'm going to do it again. I'm going to double the time, and we're going to see what happens, because this thing is still raw. Alright guys, we're going to try this one more time. I washed another one, and it is pretty moist. I'm going to put it for 4 minutes on each side, and then hopefully it cooks. Put it there. It says to do max 4 minutes at a time for the bag. So we'll do 4 minutes on each side, give it a rest, and then come back. Alright guys, here we go. This was the 4 minutes for the new potato in the Potato Express. And we're going to turn it over. I mean, I know it was going to be extremely hot, but I just don't want to burn myself. Cram it back in. And back in the microwave it goes. And we're going to do another 4 minutes, and let's check it out. 3, 2, 1. And there we go. It feels very soft, the potato in the Potato Express. And here we go. Wow, okay. So that looks more cooked. The potato is a lot more wrinkly, and it's pretty hot. It looks like a pretty nice cooked potato. Check that out. Let me get my fork here that I was using. That is extremely hot. There's a lot of steam coming out of there. And the potato is pretty soft. Now I can break it apart with my fork, as you can see there. So let's try it. We're gonna try this. That was hot, but really soft. I burned myself a bit. Maybe you can see some of my tears. You know what? It's perfect. It was 4 minutes on each side. As you can see, this thing is just breaking apart. Check it out. I do like that. So it all depends on the wattage of your microwave, guys. The higher the wattage, the faster it's going to cook. But I had a 700 watt microwave and it cooked it in 8 minutes. 4 minutes on each side. But it does work. The Potato Express, I would recommend it. I'm going to give this an 8.6. I think that's a good score for it. It's kind of weird that it goes inside of a bag. But the bag thing does work. As long as your potato, I guess, it's moist. Because you wash it and you place it inside of the Potato Express, it's going to work. But it's extremely soft after that. It doesn't taste microwaved. It does taste different from baking it in the oven. I still prefer the oven. But still, for the Potato Express, that's a good score for it. The next one right over here is the Speedy Slicer, as seen on TV. As you can see from the pictures, it says mushrooms, kiwis, cucumbers, eggs, strawberries. I mean, it's going to do all of these. Here is the Speedy Slicer there. Here are the blades right in here. And that's to push it down into the section at the bottom. And then it also comes with this fork. This is to clean the blades right over here. This tiny fork that they give you. Right over here, there's a small little hole. This fork right in here. And it brings out the top of where you push down onto the blades. The fork is going to clean right inside here. Alright guys, here we go. The Speedy Slicer right over here. There it is there. Blades here. And we're going to do the potato that we didn't cook with the Potato Express right in here. And check it out. It barely fits right in here. And we'll just press it down. And did it chop it? Yes it did, but it kind of got stuck. We're going to press it down with this fork. That's not a good start. It is kind of halfway cooked, so maybe that's why. It's all mushy. So it's a little bit mushy. But check that out there. It did slice them. They're pretty even. They are even. They're all the same size. All even. Speedy Slicer did a pretty good job there. This carrot right over here, we'll just place it right inside. This is half of the carrot. You have to do it at half a carrot at a time. Place this over. And did it chop? Nope. I think this is too hard for the Speedy Slicer. Yep, it's all stuck. Kind of chopped it there, you can see a little bit, but it got stuck halfway because I think it's too hard for it. So we'll do it again. Press it down. So you have to like slam your hand down. It will slice it, but it's kind of stuck there. And that blade on the side there is kind of bent. So we'll push this down again with the fork that's included. I think it's meant for softer foods than this. I don't think it's meant for these type of hard vegetables like carrots. This tomato right over here, this Roma tomato. Now will it slice it? I hope it will. But let's check it out. Okay, it did slice it. And lift that up. Yes, oh man, that's pretty cool. I'm happy about that because the other two were basically a fail. And I like this. Check this out. Evenly sliced all the way through. Check that out. If you wanted it for hamburgers or stuff like that, like a sandwich, check it out. Evenly sliced all the way through, the same exact size. How about a kiwi? It had a picture of a kiwi. One whole kiwi with the skin on because that's what it had in the picture on the box. Put that over there. Just press it down. That was easy. So, let's check it now. Did all of it fall down? Almost. And I do not like that because almost all of it was sliced. Let me reach in for that one. I don't think it's meant for this. I left it all gooey and gunky. But when we look at the sliced pieces, they're not sliced. They're more like mushed. I would not slice. Check it out. I'll show you the whole thing here. I would not slice kiwis with this thing. It's all mushed to nothing. For sure it's not meant for kiwis. So this is one of the hard-boiled eggs from the Egglettes, right on top of the Speedy Slicer there. Okay, we're gonna put it right over. Of course, squishes it down pretty easily. They are hard-boiled eggs. I don't like that because some of the hard-boiled egg got stuck right inside. It did slice a lot of it. That's what you're gonna get here. This is the egg yolk there. Okay guys, it's rinsed out all over again, brand new. Alright guys, so don't be like me, what I just did right now. When I pressed the blade block back in, of course, I squished it in with my fingers because I forgot that the blades were up. Press it in from the plastic instead of the blades. If not, you're gonna get this ouchie like I did right here. We're gonna place the last egg that I have right here boiled, and we're gonna do it fast. We're gonna slap it there. There's still a lot of egg squished into the top and a lot of egg left over right there. So I don't know if the Speedy Slicer is also for eggs. I would say no. Alright guys, we rinsed it out and we cut a pear in half. And I know it defeats the purpose if you're going to use a knife to cut the pear in half anyways. What if you just want perfect slices? So here we go. Okay, I like that. The pear is hard, so that's pretty nice. And there's nothing inside there. And this is what I'm talking about. The pear is perfectly sliced all the way through. And I know it is going to have the seeds, but still, I mean, it's perfectly sliced all the way through. We're going to do the other half. There's the half of the pear there. Push it down. Lift that up. Check that out, guys. It's a perfectly sliced half of a pear. I do like it. It's all uniform. I can place it back. It's all going to be the same size. I do like that, guys. That's pretty cool. So, in the end, guys, the Speedy Slicer here, I don't think it's for hard-boiled eggs. I don't think it's for the kiwis. It smushed it all the way through. It's definitely not for carrots. The carrots are just too hard. Tomatoes, it'll do pears. It'll most likely do strawberries. I just don't have any on hand. It's an okay product. It's not the best. I would rather at the end use a knife instead of the Speedy Slicer. But with the Speedy Slicer, you get more uniform slices. I mean, I think that's what they're trying to advertise at the end for this product. But for me, I would still rather use a knife at the end. And you have less chances of cutting yourself like I did here in this video. So this is a 4.7 for me, the Speedy Slicer. It is built tough. It has a hard shell plastic. The blades are okay. They bend a little bit like when I did the carrot. You have a high chance of cutting yourself, so you have to be very careful of where you place your fingers. And I just think it's not for everything. You might as well use a knife. A knife is going to cut everything, right? I think that's a pretty good score for it. Alright guys, the next one here, it's called the Copper Knife. As Seen on TV copper knife, and it says that it never needs sharpening. So I don't know if that's true or not, but it looks like a regular knife. Other than that it has holes, it looks like a regular knife, so let's cut it open and see what it's about. Alright guys, so here it is, the copper knife. It's pretty cool. I really do like the design. Now that I have it in my hand, outside of the packaging, what I've noticed is that this thing is really cheaply made. If you take a look at it right over here, I mean, it's just a cheap old plastic handle. I don't even know if the blade is gonna go all the way on the inside here, but it's a cheap plastic handle. What I've noticed about the knife, this thing is really flimsy. Check that out. I have other knives, but this one, I mean, I can grab it by the tip and just basically move it back and forth really easily. And we're gonna start off with this half of a tomato there, and we're gonna see, kind of slipping off of there, but it's a brand new knife, so the brand new knife is gonna be extremely sharp. Slicing it easy, pretty nicely done. I mean, it's just a brand new knife. I don't think there's anything special about it, other than it feels kind of rough on the blade edge. Half of the other potato, of course, it's just gonna slice right through the potato. It's kind of still raw. It's slicing it pretty easily. This carrot right over here, yeah, I mean, it'll slice through the carrot. How about lengthwise? It'll slice through that one more time. So if you want carrots lengthwise, it'll do that quickly. I mean, it's just a regular knife. I don't know what the difference is. It says forever sharp. Let's try an apple. Here it is. I mean, it cuts through it easy. I really don't know what the difference is. Here is a different knife. Here's a copper knife, regular knife. They're about the same size. The copper knife is bigger than this knife here. I don't know what type of knife this is, but we're just gonna use this here. I mean, it's still slicing and dicing, whatever you want to say it does. The tomato, I mean, check it out. It's doing the same exact thing. I really don't know what the difference is if it's doing the same exact thing. You see what I mean? And we'll cut it the other way. I mean, is there something special about the copper knife? I don't see it. We're going to take this copper knife, this sharpening steel here, I guess, and we're going to try to dull the blade this way. It says forever sharp. I know if you intentionally dull it, it should not cut, but we're going to see. How about this plastic that it came with? Will it cut through it? Ooh, nope. Not anymore. How about this way? Yeah, it will this way. It cut right through it. Yep, it cut right through that. How about the cardboard that it came in with? So yeah, it sliced pretty much through it. Let's do the apple again. Somewhat. It's a little bit dull, but I intentionally dulled it myself. So it lost a little bit of its sharpness, but I intentionally dulled it. So it kind of reminds me of the other knife now, like this one. So what about if we kind of sharpen it? Let's see what it does. Okay. Yeah, now that I sharpened it back up, it does have a sharpness back. So, you know, I think it's just like any other knife. I'm gonna give this a 3.1. I know it cuts, it slices. The copper knife, guys, I think it's just like any other knife. The longer you use it, the less sharp it's gonna be. They state that it's gonna stay forever sharp. I don't think so. I don't think it's gonna stay sharp forever. As you can see, I dulled it. Of course, intentionally dulled it. It was harder to slice. It was like this one. But as soon as I sharpened it, cut pretty easily. I think this copper knife is just a gimmick. It's cheaply made. I don't like it. It bends really easily. I really don't think it's gonna stay sharp forever, of course. And this blade is just extremely cheap, and this handle is extremely cheap, and the whole thing just seems extremely cheap about it. It's just a gimmick. I don't know why people bought this. They got me to buy it because I wanted to test it out, but I wouldn't buy this. Please, guys, do not buy this product. It's gonna work, but any other knife will work. It doesn't have to be this copper knife. Any other knife will work. Guys, this is your pal Gadget Sal here again. Those were 4 As Seen On TV gadgets you can purchase right now. Please like and subscribe, comment down below, and check out this video right over here to see some more gadgets tested and scored. And remember, one test, that's all. We'll see you next time. Thank you.